Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style, Cinephile, and one half of the reigning, defending MPX Tag Team Champions. Now, let's geek about it for a scant few minutes. Now, this episode jumped right off after the news, the revelation from Morgan Edge that he's apparently Kryptonian. He's apparently Clark's brother, of all things. So that kind of drove some of the narrative in this episode with Clark kind of questioning that. Is he real? Is he legit? The fact that he knew things about Clark Kal-El that no one else would know. He spoke the Kryptonian language, and just it dealt with sort of temptation that Morgan Edge was holding in front of him, that Clark could have. He wouldn't be lost anymore. He wouldn't be the last son of Krypton. He would have, a family. Again, he would have a people again, and now they would have a planet again once they took over the Earth, as what happened on John Henry's Earth, where the Kryptonians all teamed up and killed all the Resistance, took over the planet. That's what Morgan Edge is wanting to happen in Earth Prime, I guess this is, and it kind of dealt with some of the idea of that temptation for Clark. Even his own kids were kind of questioning, would he stick by them? And Lois had to point out to the kids that, hey, we're his family. At the end of the day, we are his family. Jonathan, Jordan, Lois, they're his family. He's going to stick by them in the end. She trusts that and kind of wanted to make sure that the kids trusted that as well. Elsewhere in the episode, we had some of these, revelations come to light, because you have, at first, Sarah's acting all mad at her mom for defending her dad, thinking her dad's on a bender or whatever, but she finds out in this episode that, Kryptonian kind of took over her dad, and that kind of gets resolved, so that's cool that things aren't getting, because I looked at this is like the 10th episode, there's still 5 more episodes. So in typical CW fashion, they could have dragged everything out until the last episode, then we have a bunch of exposition that just reveals things and yada yada yada. But I like this show how it didn't just wait too long on bringing some of the stuff to light, and I really hope that they go with that going forward. That just let's not keep stuff secret just for the sake of drama. Let's just be natural about stuff and just have secrets revealed, have those conversations. Just don't have them rushed and tacked on at the very end. That's what I'd like to see. And of course, they had to come up with some sort of plan to turn everybody from Kryptonian back to human. A lot of volunteers to go through the procedure and get Kryptonian put in her. It turns out to be Clark's mother, Kal-El's mother. So there was some catharsis in his interaction with her and Lois's interaction with her, and kind of thanking Lois for providing a family and just love and just the things that Clark's mom, Kal-El's mom, wanted for him when they sent him from the planet. And apparently, according to her, Morgan Edge is in fact his brother. Before Clark's was born, or Kal-El was born through love, through an actual genuine relationship. They met, they fell in love, they had the kid, and that was Kal-El. Whereas Morgan Edge, he came along before that, when I guess births and relationships were just kind of arranged. You were just kind of paired with, the best statistical, genetic, whatever match for you, and you popped out a sort of a test tubey sort of baby that way. That's when Morgan came along, and then his mother kind of railed against that idea, and then went off, met Jor-El, they had Kal-El. So that's how that. So he actually is his brother, which was interesting. And then they came up with a plot, tech gobbledygook sort of way to channel sciencey stuff through this object that was basically going to strip all of the Kryptonians, the Kryptonians, of their powers. Ends up doing that, and then seemingly, puts the kibosh on Morgan Edge's plans. But he shows up at the end with his little sidekick chick, which I just really want somebody to punch her in the face. Shows up with her at the end, and they're walking towards this cavern thing, cave, whatever it is. He's apparently got some master plan where he just this is sort of a setback. I don't know if he's just got like another bunch of Kryptonians like stashed there that he's going to unleash, or what, but it remains to be seen because we have 5 episodes left. So all in all, this was a good episode. I think it was another strong performance from Tyler Hoechlin as Clark, and as Superman. He just brings just, again, I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million times more. I'm tired of Superman and Batman stories, and TV shows and movies, but I think he kills it as Superman and as Clark. He masters that sort of, that dual identity role. He's strong, yet vulnerable as Superman. He's, as a father, he's strong yet vulnerable in when being the dad. So it's good stuff. Good stuff from him. I'm really, really pleased with the show, how it's gone. Again, like I said, their secrets don't stay buried forever. Stuff's not dragged on just for the sake of drama. And I just like the natural flow of this story. And again, it goes back to just the idea of family. And like Lois was saying, at the end of the day, John, Jordan, Lois, they're his family. He's going to side with them, which he does. You had the issues with the Cushings, with Lana and Kyle and Sarah, and her just being wrong about what her dad was going through and everything. But at the end, their family, they come together at the end. A lot of this show is just rooted in the idea of family, and just family above all else. Strength in the family. I like that. And I think that's it. I mean, other shows in the Arrowverse deal with family importance of stuff and stuff like that, but this one just does it just a hair differently than the others, and I like that. As I said, with each of these shows, it has to fill a niche, like a different sort of niche. And I think this show does that differently enough from the other shows, which of course it doesn't visually look like an Arrowverse show. We all know it's supposed to be in the Arrowverse. We're going to see Diggle pop up at some point. There was supposed to be some other crossover stuff, but the Rona happened, put that off, which maybe was better for just letting the show breathe and just be its own thing before you start bringing in other Arrowverse factors. So remains to be seen going forward, but again, 5 episodes to go. Remains to be seen what Morgan Edge's master plan is, when John Henry Irons is going to come back. Is he going to come back fully like steeled out? Is he going to show up like as the cavalry in whatever sort of battle in the season finale? 2-parter likely. Remains to be seen, but I'm here for it. So what do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Till then, let us geek.